One. Hello, Brian Tessier here with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. I'm super excited on a Friday to have CEO and new board member of RE/MAX, Adam Contos. Hi, Adam.
Hey, Brian. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's awesome. So I know we are trying to pack 30 pounds of you-know-what in a 20-pound bag. So let's get started. Give me 30, 60 seconds for people that don't know who you are.
Hey, all right. Thanks, Brian. And again, good morning, everybody. My name is Adam Contos. I'm the CEO of RE/MAX LLC, RE/MAX Holdings. I basically have been in this company for about 15 years. I started with this company as a consultant, teaching something that is actually kind of a very sad topic right now, given the recent circumstances, agent safety. So I was an independent contractor with my own security consulting company, and started teaching real estate agent safety back in about 2003. I started working full-time for RE/MAX as a business consultant, working with the franchises, our great brokers and offices out there, as well as the agents traveling around and doing business consulting. Kind of worked my way around in the company, ran a couple of different regions. Was out in California, Hawaii, 2007 to 10, Florida after that, Mountain States, way back in the beginning. And worked in marketing, franchising, was the chief operating officer, then the co-CEO, and as of the beginning of this year, the CEO.
Well, that's awesome. So we're just going to get right into it. Mark Hanlovich has a great question. He is my broker owner. Adam, do you think your background as a SWAT leader has prepared you to run the #1 residential real estate company in the world? That's question one. 1A would be, what concern and what one thing excites you about the upcoming market of 2019?
Oh, great questions, Mark, and thanks a lot. Yes, I do. First of all, I think the law enforcement background, the first responder background is a great background to enter real estate from. In fact, I have a lot of friends who come from that space that are in real estate now. And you think about it, you have to not be shy and get out there and meet people and earn their trust and confidence and solve their problems by uncovering their challenges. And ultimately, that's what real estate agents do. That's what brokers do. And it is a great foundation to look at this business from. We're here to help people, but we have to connect to those people in order to help those people. So, it's a great place to position yourself from. And I love helping people. So it just fits right in with my personality. The things that I'm looking forward to and the things that scare me, I'll start with the things that scare me. The things that scare me is the lack of focus that we see going on in our industry right now. There's a lot of distraction going on, a lot of shiny objects, and ultimately we're losing the optics on some of the opportunities in the business. And why is that? Well, there's a lot of noise in the marketplace, and we need to take and kind of shove some of that noise aside and understand truly what makes a good professional agent, and that is connecting with that customer and helping that customer through those challenges, because they don't know what those challenges are. We have to identify those. That being said, what am I excited about? I'm excited about the refinement. The professionals in this space are creating systems. They're utilizing the tools that their organizations are providing for them. And that's really what a lot of what our focus here at RE/MAX World Headquarters is refining those tools. That's why we got into Bouge. That's why we started Motto Mortgage. That's why we've done all of those things, is to help refine those tools so people can focus on uncovering and solving those challenges for the customer.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. You talked about working for the consumer. What we do, the way we work with the consumer constantly changes. It was in a super hot market where you have a multiple offers over full price, and now, like a dimmer switch, things are slowly changing to a more balanced market. So it's going to be a different set of skills that us as realtors are going to have to be able to have and implement with our consumer to get them the very best deal.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, Brian, so much of this comes down to one thing, and that's communication.
Oh, big time. I couldn't agree more, especially with social media nowadays. We have all these stories and everything else. There's no reason not to be able to communicate with the consumer. All right, I got a softball one from you. Suta, I just met her yesterday. Great person. Hello from the beach. I'm interested to hear how to make myself the agent in my market. I want to set myself apart from the pack, and I think that's very good thing to do. One thing I thought of was in the marketplace, being a smart home technology expert. What are your thoughts on smart home technologies and other things that can make her stand out?
Well, Suta, don't be a product person. That's the first thing I'll say is you have to be a relationship person. That's what will truly help set you apart from everybody else. And you look at the environment that you're in. You have so much amazing stuff to talk about and to connect with those customers with. So my first recommendation to you is to be a person and be extraordinarily accessible and visible to your customer base. Now, in order to do that, one of my big recommendations is systems, platform refinement, and coaching. So, figure out what you're going to do, what you're going to be. Are you going to be the person that is about your community, which that's a big recommendation there. A lot of our extraordinarily successful agents in the RE/MAX network are about their community. We see people that have become the community experts, and they put themselves out there as the community expert. That creates that visibility. Shoot videos a lot. So many people are uncomfortable doing that. It's about video. Why? Because video elicits an emotional response from that customer. And that's what you want to do. You want to elicit emotional response. Why emotional response? Emotional response is the foundation for a relationship. So you're building a relationship by putting yourself out there, telling people what you're there for, help them have those fun moments with them, whether or not they're on the other side of the screen or they're in person, but become that community expert. Build that into your platform and work it over and over and over again. Don't get deviated from it. Don't get distracted, because that's what your tendency is going to be. As a human being, we're easily distracted. That's where a coach is going to help you. Find a coach. Coaches don't cost money. They make money for you. And I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Get yourself a good coach, and they will drive you to work that system, work that platform, get yourself out there and connect with your customers. Even brand new agents, those that go out and refine those platforms and those systems and get a coach, find success.
I couldn't agree more. And I'm going to echo a lot of the stuff you already said. When I first got my license, I had no money 11 years ago. And what I did is coaching wasn't very popular. So I earned my CRS designation, which basically built the foundation blocks for me to help get me to where I am now. Coaching it's gonna right the ship for you. It's gonna hold you accountable. I was with Tom Ferry for 2 years. I couldn't recommend him or some other coach. The best type of coach is the coach you're going to listen to, just like a CRM. And they're going to tie that all into video. We've been speaking video for years now. I remember at least 5 years ago, we started talking about video, and everybody thought we were crazy. So if you could start doing video, become the community leader with video, you'll have other people that'll start to follow. There's an agent, Sean Anthony, that I'm friends with. He does, in 1 year, he started doing these community videos, had a plan. I don't know the percentage, but he went from like selling 50 houses to 85 houses in 1 year. I think it's only his second year in real estate. And that's just because he took the community and the video and put it all together. Now he has those vendors like the car dealerships and all that. He has them calling him to go back and do more video because help boost their business. So, and he's also a coach. So I recommend coaching, video, become a community leader for sure.
It's interesting, Brian, you mentioned car dealerships. Just take another second on this particular topic, because I think video is incredibly important. I received a video from my car dealer one day. We dropped off one of our cars for service, and no later than like an hour or two later, I get a video from the technician saying, wow. Hey, Adam, this is Joe, and I'm going to do a walk around of your car real quick for you. It was amazing. Wow. The connection that I made with that guy. I've never met the mechanic before in my life. And now this guy's my friend. And you know what he did at the end of the video? He said, here's what I recommend. Please reply to us whether or not you want these services done. And I said yes to all the services, because he did such a great job of explaining the challenges he was overcoming for me. And my car was done before I knew it. I asked them, I said, what did this video do to your business after you guys started using this? They said it practically doubled the response rate of yes when it comes to asking for these additional items, the upsells and the side sells that the car dealership put out there. And their sales staff has seen a massive increase simply because of the relationship building that the video has created.
It's relationship building for sure. I've had agents that I've met at like local Pittsburgh get-togethers, and that's the first time I've ever met them. And they said, I feel like I know you from all the videos you do. And it also makes buyers and sellers relate to you. We could go on for video forever, but just get out there and do it. The best video is the one you're going to do for the first time, and just keep moving. All right, Vashi, he is an agent down in Miami, and I think you're going to be able to see him at Inman, New York. His question is on the screen. I would love to know, what is the future of real estate? How do you think growing tech companies such as Redfin and Compass will directly affect the industry?
Great question, Vashi, and I look forward to seeing you in New York. It's interesting what technology is doing for us. In fact, you look at earlier on this year, there was a lot of people coming out going, "Oh my gosh, technology is going to take over real estate." It's really not going to take over real estate. What it is doing is empowering the great agents to become more efficient, to build those consolidated platforms, to reform their systems and things like that. If the agents are not overly distracted by it, you have to be a very, very disciplined person in running your business to select the proper technology for you. And that's why we went out and acquired Booge, because we wanted to select the proper technology and refine that. It's been tested and tested and tested. And we're in alpha testing right now with a whole bunch of great Remax agents. But that's what it will do to the really, really focused agents, is help them with their effectiveness. There's also going to be a chunk of the marketplace that will empower consumers to use agents a little bit less, depending on that. That being said, now I'm not saying that it's going to disintermediate at all, but there will be people who want to use the manual car wash instead of go to the full service car wash. Okay, that's what we're going to see. Do you get as good a car wash? No, you don't. It's up to us to ensure that the consumer knows the difference between the service level provided by just going and trying to do things through technology versus a technology empowered professional who is going to utilize that technology to create efficiencies and effectiveness in their business. We truly still believe, and will continue to believe, that those professionals will continue to grow and add to their business. And there will always be a group of people who want to count and want to pay less. You have to decide which side of that fence you're on. I choose to be on the side of provide the highest level of service that people are willing to pay for.
Right, and I just came from a triple play in Atlantic City, and they said there was a stat they put out there: for sale by owners are the lowest they've ever been in years, which means they're either trying it, and with all the technology they can't succeed, or they're just going straight to the realtor, probably the one that's doing community videos, the top realtor in their area, and then they're utilizing them to just get the job done. And technology comes in waves. I mean, do you use DocuSign or .loop, or do you still drive to your consumer's house and get an initial every time you do you use a fax machine? Do you use a scanner? I mean, technology comes in waves, and it may seem like, oh my God, that's going to destroy things. But if you adapt to it and figure out how it's going to work and how you can make it work for a positive for your clients, it will make you better. So, there's always resistance to technology, but I just think doesn't matter, Zillow, whatever. There's a way for you to make that work for yourself. You just gotta stick with it and figure it out and be creative. If you can't be creative, look at the person that is creative and R&D, rip off and duplicate what they're doing in your market. That's all.
Right. I think you hit on just a key point there. Stick with it.
Right.
Okay. People jump from thing to thing to thing too much. And that's what causes them problems. They never get good at one thing, and they never get effective, and they're mediocre or failing at everything instead of just pick something and be successful at it.
Right. Adam and I were just talking about before this about working out. If you work out for one day, like, I don't have big biceps and 6 abs, I'm done. No, you got to stick with it and make it work for your schedule and make it work for your life. All right. Time crunch. Moving on. Ethan has a question here. He's with BombBomb. Adam is obviously a very busy person with a lot of obligations, but I've seen him honor many requests for conversations like this. Question: why do you say yes, Adam? What are your personal and professional benefits and motivations investing your time with us?
That's a great question, Ethan. And hello, my friend. Ethan's a great guy. They're about 60 or 70 miles south of here, down in Colorado Springs. Love those guys at BombBomb. It's a great product. You ought to take a look at it. That being said, you guys, people watching this, you're why I'm here. I love this industry. I love the people in this industry, and I love to communicate my feelings, thoughts, the work that my team does to aggregate the success principles in the real estate space to everybody. And there's no better way to do that than through grassroots efforts. And that's really, truly what these things are, these podcasts, these interviews. Brian sent me a message saying, hey, can you be on this? If I can make it fit, I will do it. If I can't, I will graciously say, I'm sorry, I can't make this fit in my schedule at this point, but thank you so much. Can't be on all of them. I know, Ethan, you don't say no to them. And God love you, man. If you can fit them all in, you're amazing. And I know that you truly are amazing. I try to get on as many as I can, simply because this is where the people that we love are. Our RE/MAX agents, the other agents in the industry, the professionals, and our brokers. I love our brokers. We love our customers dearly, and I want to be able to communicate with them.
Yep. I think there's more than one Ethan Adams, so don't worry. I think he cloned himself somehow.
Yeah, that does look. No, that's Ethan. But yeah, you're right. That guy's amazing at video, by the way.
Right. I think he's everywhere at all points in time. That's why I think he's cloned. I think there's like 3 of him. Anyway, moving on. Justin Bozek, Adam, you seem to be taking some of Gary Vee, and I think just about everybody in the world knows who Gary Vee is, taking his advice in creating your own personal brand and doing video. Has RE/MAX LLC hired Gary's company to help elevate the brand? And if not, what are you waiting for?
Gary has a lot of great ideas. In fact, we were one of the first keynotes that Gary Vee ever did at RE/MAX R4 several years ago. And then we had him again recently at another R4 convention. He's got a lot of great ideas. We've communicated with him. We've shared ideas. We've taken recommendations, things like that. Are we engaged in a relationship with him? No, we're not. We have our own team of people here that do a fantastic job. As you can see, we're really, expanding upon that. In fact, we just brought in an amazing new vice president, head of communications. So, we're actively engaged in a lot of the same things that Gary Vee is. And I encourage people, don't just watch what Gary Vee does. And that's one of the key messages that he puts out there. He goes, I don't want you to watch this. Most of you guys are going to watch this and you're not going to do it. Do it. And that's really where the success is. It's not who you hire, it's what you do. And do it and do it and do it. We talked about the systems and processes, things like that. Find a coach to help you do it. But Gary Vee may not be the right one for you. He may be the right one for you. If he is, fantastic, go for it. If he's not, do something and do it over and over again and do it well.
Right. I mean, that you touched on it. I mean, you just have to get out there and do it. Implementation, I think, is the number one challenge for realtors. I mean, that could apply to every question that was asked to you today. Implementation, video, coaching. Just get out there and do it. All right, we're wrapping up 3 minutes here. I want to hit Katie Leance's question. She's a social media expert, been at RE/MAX R4 many times. Excited to see this interview with Adam. My question is, with so many shiny objects in real estate, what do you think the most important 2 or 3 tech tools or apps or services that agents should focus on using to stay ahead of the game for 2019 and beyond?
Oh, wow. I mean, there's new apps and tools and services coming out every single day. First of all, I'm going to say, figure out your marketing strategy. And, is it video? Is it social media? Whatever. There is nothing worse than watching somebody start something and not continue it. They start it, they just kind of dabble in it, and then it kind of fizzles. That does you a discredit, a disservice. So pick something. I'll give you a couple things. 1, video. I can't stress this enough. I know we've said it 20 times today. You've got to be doing video. Why? You have to connect with your customers through multiple types of senses, visually, auditory, things like that. Them seeing you smile. People want to see people smile, and you smiling helps them smile. And you know what? That was an emotional interaction. So, help people that way. So video is one of them. Pick a video platform, stick with it. If it's just your iPhone or your Android or your Google phone or whatever it is, use it and get things out there. And then develop a system, a refined system, whatever that might be. If you pick something to post on social media or you hire somebody to do it, on Fiverr or whatever, find somebody that can post your social media. But pick something and go with it and work with it. I don't care what your shiny thing is or your platform or the next greatest app. There's a lot of stuff and people are like, oh my gosh, this is great. An agent will be doing that and they will not get any business that day. So spend a little bit of time getting these things together. And by the way, a good way to do this is a coach. Get a coach. And finally, a good, solid technology platform like the one that we're building out right now and testing with so many of our agents. that will give you the time to go. And ultimately, folks, this is about one thing, and that is face-to-face with the customer. Get with the customer. That's what they want to know. That's what they want to see. They want the trust. They want the confidence. They need a shoulder to cry on. They need somebody to pat them on the back and congratulate them for making this deal happen, getting through it, getting the funding, communication, stuff like that. So, Katie, video, systems to manage these things, a coach, okay? A coach, in fact, I know Tom shot me a wave today on Instagram this morning. Tom Ferry, great guy, great coach. There are several amazing coaches. He is one of the best of the best. And work it. Get out there with the customer.
Couldn't agree more. These are shameless plugs, but just from my experience, I've been coached by Tom Ferry's organization for 2 years, and Katie Lance, whose question we just did, is my social media coach now. I highly recommend at least looking at their YouTube channel, which is free, getting on their email newsletter, and then maybe taking it from there. But Adam, we're at the 20-minute mark. That worked out perfect. I appreciate your time as well as everybody else. So just want to say congratulations on getting to the board. Thanks for spending some time with us, and we'll see you at R4 maybe.
Thank you so much, Brian. We got a lot of amazing things going on at R4. RE/MAX agents, sign up if you haven't already. Tim McGraw will be there, team's event right before it. See you guys there.
Yeah.